Republican Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz from South Texas, the 15th Congressional District. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I know you have arrived in Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention, and you're going to be speaking in prime time later this week. Before I get to that, I have to ask you about the news of the past several days. First, the news today that Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is going to be the vice presidential nominee, the running mate for former president and now third-time nominee Donald Trump. Your thoughts about his selection?
I'm personally very excited about President Trump's pick. I think that Vance is an excellent choice. This is an honorable man that served his country in the military. Then he worked to go through school, eventually getting his law degree, and continues to serve America as a senator. This man is going to fight for border security, and he's not going to forget about those men and women in Texas who have been forgotten by the Biden administration due to the open borders that the Biden administration has caused. So I'm excited about the VP choice.
Any thoughts on how you think he might help the ticket win back the White House?
This is a gentleman that served his country. I think that many of our veterans are going to like that, be attracted to that, because he's already shown how passionate he is about serving his country and his love for this country. In addition to that, he's young, vibrant, exciting, and smart. And I think that that is going to attract our young voters. And again, he's concerned about the border. So Texans, men and women in Texas who have been forgotten by the Biden administration are going to be pumped up to have a VP pick that cares about national security and our borders.
And so, of course, now I have to ask you about your reaction to the assassination attempt on former President Trump on Saturday. What was your reaction when you first saw what happened? And what impact do you think it will have, not only on Republicans now at the convention and elsewhere, but also on the race itself?
That was a horrific day and such a tragic day. Those types of things, an attempted assassination, should never happen in America. Families like mine that migrated from Mexico and all through Latin America fled several countries due to political persecution. They came here because of democracy and because they believe in this great country. So, what happened to President Trump should absolutely not be happening. How I think it's going to affect the Republican National Convention this week is that we are going to see a base that is excited that, number one, President Trump showed courage, that he got up and said the first thing he said after being shot was fight. Fight for America, because that's what President Trump has always done. So we're going to find a base here that's excited about November and that is supercharged to get people to the polls.
So you're going to be speaking in prime time Wednesday night. And I'm wondering, how did you get selected for this? And what is your message going to be?
I am so honored to be on the national stage on Wednesday. I'm just a little girl from South Texas whose grandfather picked watermelons to make ends meet and put food on the table. So I think what I represent is Americans all across this country that come from simple beginnings and who have achieved the American dream. Here I am today, just a girl from South Texas, now a successful small business owner, and being able to address the nation. What a great a country we live in, and the American dream.
And can you give us, without revealing details, just a sneak peek about what you might be saying?
I'm going to be talking about what all Americans care about, the border and the crisis that has occurred at our border due to Biden's failures. Look, I'm also going to talk about the men and women who've been forgotten by the Biden administration due to Biden's lack of securing our border. So that will be number one. The second thing I'm going to talk about is inflation. Families all across this nation are struggling to put food on the table. So I'm going to talk about those two issues, and I think that it will resonate with Americans.
And my last question to you is, I don't know if you've been at the convention site just yet, but what it's like being in Milwaukee during the convention right now.
I am in Milwaukee. I have not been to the actual convention center, but I can tell you right outside the center where I'm staying, there is an excitement. You can feel it in the air. People want change and they want positive change. They've seen what President Trump has done for our great country when he was running the country. We had a secure border, we had low inflation, we had the best times in America. And now, under Joe Biden, we've seen all of that in ruin. So you can see the excitement, and people want a change in November. You can feel it in the air here in Milwaukee.
South Texas Republican Congresswoman Monica de la Cruz, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.